The US has taken a major bipartisan step toward ending outdated war powers in Iraq. House Republicans voted on Wednesday to repeal the legal justifications used to attack Iraq in 1991 and 2003, marking the latest attempt by Congress to revoke the president's authority to wage war or an attack. The House adopted the measure in a 261 to 167 vote, supported by 212 Democrats and 49 Republicans. The bipartisan amendment is tied to the annual National Defense Authorization Act. It was sponsored by Democratic Representative Gregory Meeks of New York and Republican Representative Chip Roy of Texas. A similar measure passed the Democratic-controlled Senate in 2023, with support from 48 Democrats and 18 Republicans, but it never received a vote in the Republican-majority House. In the House, 219 Democrats and 49 Republicans voted to repeal the 2002 authorization in 221, but it stalled in the Senate even with both chambers under Democratic control at the time. These authorizations dating back to the Gulf War and the 2003 invasion under President George W. Bush have long been criticized as a blank check for unchecked military action. A notable example came in 2020 when President Trump used the 2002 authorization to justify an airstrike that killed Iranian military leader Qassem Soleimani in Baghdad. The vote comes as Washington and Baghdad agreed to end the US-led coalition's mission in Iraq by end of September, with troop withdrawals and base closures paving the way for a bilateral security relationship. The measure now heads to the Senate, where its fate will determine whether these war powers are finally removed from US law, just as the last American troops prepare to leave. On May 1, 2003, Bush declared the mission accomplished, yet the US-led war was far from over. No weapons of mass destruction were found, and Iraq suffered massive destruction and lasting consequences. In 2006 alone, Iraq body count reported 29,526 civilian deaths, while the Lancet estimated 600,000. Between 2003 and 2016, 3.9 million Iraqis became refugees or internally displaced, not counting deaths from collapsed healthcare, malnutrition, and disease.